happy today. I don't know if it's 7 yet, but I just felt like starting. So I started. Happy today. This is William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. Yes, one of the things that I do. The This is Happy Today Morning Reflections, where I ask the question, who woke up this morning? Who woke up this morning? I had a very interesting dream. Well, I guess the end of my dream, actually, because I had a dream that I woke up and that I was like slowly doing what I do um, to get up for today. So I go, I do a little breathing. I just kind of focus. I say a mantra that I I'm so grateful that I get to be in another day, and I am grateful that I get to make money from multiple streams. Um, so I was up, but I was still asleep. Because the reason why I was still asleep is because when my alarm went off, I woke up. And there was this feeling that, wait a minute, I was already up and doing everything. So I don't know if that's called a lucid dream. I would ask, some of you to let me know what type of dream that was, but it was very. It wasn't. It was just very interesting. I honestly thought I was awake. I honestly thought I was awake before I was awake, but it was. It wasn't like I got up and I was doing something crazy. It was just I was getting ready for my day. So, the U card that I picked today is "You Are Complete." So I'm believing that my awareness of my completeness is showing up this week. So something is letting me know, reminding me that I have everything that I need, reminding us that we have everything that we need. Good morning. Keisha, I started your, it's not yours, it's your challenge yesterday. Very interesting baseline that I created for myself. But I am in partner with you um, to manifest 25,000. I was kind of confused because I was like, let me just go after my 13. It's like, no, the challenge is 25. Let's go after 25. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So and I do that right after this. So the areas that are coming up, there's come of repeat, um, synchronicity. Synchronicity is a topic that is coming up for me. Creativity and intuition. So look for areas. This is how it feels for me. Look for areas where things just get in line. They're in sync. Every time I say in sync, I go back to my kids in the band. Because at least one of my kids, um, my daughters were big NSYNC fans, so I heard it throughout my house. So when your kids are fans of something, you're a fan of something. Or so yeah. So synchronicity. Let's look at the affirmation for. Excuse me. Synchronicity. I have faith. I have faith that synchronicity will lead me to where I need to be. I don't know if that's why. No, that's not why, because I weren't worn these glasses before. The glasses that I have on are they are my video glasses. My video glasses doesn't cover my face as much, and it's a vanity thing. But they're not my reading glasses. They're not my seeing glasses. Basically, I see enough when I wear them. So that's funny. So creativity. Through playful, creative expression, I make my dreams come true. Through playful, creative expression, I make my dreams come true. And intuition. My intuition leads me to where I need to be. My intuition leads me to where I need to be. So I invite you to look at those affirmations or create your own. We woke up this morning. I heard somewhere that when we're talking about today, right? That's a big part of this conversation of happy today, being present to what is day. That we get to bring in from our past what is needed. That's it. Everything else is done. It's past. Only bring in what is needed for you to be present and to take you forward. There's a couple conversations that I had yesterday with men. The masculine energy was showing up strong yesterday. But there was a couple conversations, and one was around my activities and creating a structure and doing things in support of not just my survival, but my benefit. There's a number of things he had mentioned. There was a number of things that I'm doing that is currently not in support of my survival. I'm getting benefit from it. There is something that, it's not something that I'm doing that it is causing me pain or harm, but it's not in the current form that it's in. It is not supporting me. And I wanted to bring it to this conversation to see if there's anything that is not in alignment with what you feel that you're trying to do. That it's not bad. There's nothing wrong. There's no judgment around it. And creativity, if it's something that you want to continually do, how can you be creative to make it work within a new structure that you're creating, so it can be in support of that. So yeah, so that was one thing. The other thing was just asking for help, or not asking for help, but not just asking for help, but just talking things out, clearing the air, clearing energy, allowing your emotions, your energy to be in motion. Most of the time that when I get stressed, I was wondering how I was going to say that. When I take on stress, that feels like what I do. When I take on stress, it's because I'm not allowing the energy to move. I'm not allowing my emotions to come out. And to having a space of reaching out, not just screaming in the air, but having a listening post, having people that would be up to that is, is the invitation. There's a number of people that gave me that listening ear. And I have it. I have many friends that have told me and believe, and I believe, to call me anytime, right? I believe when they say it. There's some people that when they say that, it's like, call me anytime. And I don't, because I feel that I'll figure it out, right? I'm old enough, right? All the things that I say to myself to not get the help or the relief, or to allow my emotions to move so they don't take over my body. So today on One More Conversation at 11 a.m., the word is why. That is something that I say a lot, or I ask, especially in coaching. They talk about, the 5 whys to get to the thing. And so I'm going to ask the question. We're going to have a conversation around the word why. At 5:30 on Clubhouse, there's an introduction. Or there's a new show, right? There's a new conversation that I'm adding. This one word conversation goes to the club, the house. And the conversation that I'm going to invite people, or ping people in, is to how having a one word conversation. The concept of a one word conversation, and how you can deepen relationships, deepen your connections through one word conversations. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do at 5:30 today. And to do that, so it's like I'm so excited that there's a lot of things that I do right after this call. I don't know why I've been calling this conversation my shows calls. I don't understand. I'm trying to Um, really kind of sit with that and kind of see, why am I? They're not shows. They don't show up to me as shows. Um, I just got it. The download that I just got, the reason why I'm calling them calls. The reason why I'm calling I'm calling them calls is because they are connected to my calling. It's inviting me to use that language, that this is a part of my calling, to share on this level, to be at this level, to have the conversations that I have. It's a part of my calling. So they're not shows. This is not a show. This is a calling. There's so much a part of my spiritual journey that I am to just embrace, not figure out, just embrace. Um, there, another part of the conversation that I had yesterday with my masculine brother, um, he said quite forcefully, stop apologizing for being yourself. Stop apologizing for being yourself. And it wasn't that I was actively doing it, but there were actively saying it. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't actively saying, I'm sorry, I'm William Brown and I'm sorry, right? I wasn't doing that. That's funny. But there was activities that basically would kind of justify my showing up a certain way. And so we unapologetically, I think that's a word, right? Unapologetically. Um, what does that look like when you are yourself unapologetically? I think most of the times the reason why I feel like, and that's why I need to unpack that, the reason why unapologetically, many people that say that I'm unapologetically me are not self-aware, they're just assholes. That's just how they show up for me. I'm just being real. It's like a license to be a jerk, you know. Um, and so that's why it's hard for me to embrace that. So now I feel now is the time for me to just embrace unapologetically me. And so synchronicity, how that's showing up for you. There's a new things that I've added to this conversation. So synchronicity, creativity, and intuition. Intuitively, I remembered that I want to make sure ground this in this call that we have, in the time that we have. One or three things that you're grateful for. Really embrace that. I am grateful. I am grateful for me. I don't know what that means, but that's what I wanted to say. I am grateful for me. I I am grateful for my bills because they are in support of things that bring me comfort. I am grateful for the love of the people in my life. And that I have what came out yesterday for me is that um, I enjoy making connections. I love connections, being connected to people. However, at the same time, I don't want to put any stress on those connections. I don't want to put any pressure on those connections. And because I don't put any pressure or stress in my mind, stress means tests, right? Because I don't like to put any tests on those connections. Many of my connections feel neglected, right? Or don't feel that, well, maybe we don't really have a connection. Um, and so, yeah, I am looking to be creative on testing my connections. And I think here's another word, all these words that are coming up that I need to unpack for myself. Tests. What does test mean? How does test land for you? Test lands for me is not something to strengthen me, not something to give me access to my knowledge or give me feedback on something. It is, you know, I think how it was introduced to me. We get the energy of a word because the way it's introduced. I got that. Um, my mom, I love her. Uh, single, single parent, doing everything that she could for us, and still, she would say this: "You are testing my patience. Stop testing me." Right? So that's how test shows up for me. I am doing something that I shouldn't be doing right now. I am doing something that's a problem. Um, so tests, yeah, wow. So I need to creatively. The invitation today is to look at your creativity because your creativity um, will help you. Intuition. It's all about trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. Hmm. Go with my leadings. Hmm. Just breathe that in. Just take that. Keisha, I really appreciate your engagement, and because of the distance that I am, I don't read. And one, I don't have my reading glasses on, right? I've reached a particular age that I need the distance, the distant things a part of my seeing. So I'll definitely look at your responses and do that. Um, but the other, so three. Set your intention for today. What is your intention? What is my intention for today? My intention for today. That was the other thing that I've got some, I want to say there's an inquiry on my intentions. My intention, I want to work on I want to work on my intention setting because I feel that my intentions are um, are too ambiguous. The word is coming. They're highfalutin, right? they're they are. I have an intention to love everyone as I love myself. That's great. That's wonderful. Um, but there's a practicality to setting attention that I want to get power on, and and so so my intention today is to stay open to possibility in my business and in my relationships. Ships. Let's just say it. My intention today is to stay open to opportunities, possibilities and opportunities. Opportunities came up for a reason, so I'm going to leave it. My intention today is to stay open to possibilities and opportunities in my business, in my marriage, and in my relationships. Who I relate to today. That's my intention. What's your intention? Set your intention for today. Look at how you can be in service. We are in service by listening. As we listen, how we listen. I have this desire to help people, and many times I am no good to people because I want to help them the way I want to help them instead of how they need me to help them. So give people space to share how you can be of service to them. Your affirmation. And so you can pick an affirmation or create an affirmation for yourself. Keisha, I sent you the Happy Today workbook. If anybody that's on that wants a Happy Today workbook, just put work in there. I want to create, I will create a Happy Today journal, because I realize within the workbook there is a lot of things that you get for the first time, but the way I have it now is that you write it somewhere else. You can write it in there, but you can write it somewhere else. And so I am going to add a companion journal to it. So you can have your Happy Today journal. So it is 30 days. 30 is work. 30 days to Happy Today. So that complements your workbook. And do that. So within the journal, there are things of how you can turn your thoughts into affirmations. I thought that was kind of ingenious, though. What is coming up and how you can have that as an affirmation for you. So what's coming up for me is creativity. So I'm looking for the creativity. It's kind of funny because I said creativity, but I went to the intuition. So I guess I have two. I have two affirmations today, and so I have creativity and intuition. So I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust that there's a reason why I said that I'm going to go to creativity, and I went to intuition. So my affirmation for today is: through playful, creative expression, I will make my dreams come true. playful, creative expression, I will make my dreams come true. And also, my intuition leads me to where I need to be. So, I'm going to find a way to put those together in one sentence. So, through creative, by embracing my intuition, I will playfully make my dreams come true. Playful expression to make my dreams come true. Something like that. So as this day continues, it is my prayer. It is my prayer that we look for alignment, we look for synchronicity, and how that is showing up for us today. We look for playful creativity. We trust our intuition. And we'd be willing to ask ourselves why. And even if it's 5 times, get to not just your one why, but the why. So as I embrace and acknowledge the disappointments of my past, and acknowledge the anxiety and hope of my future, I become present. I become present. That when I'm present, I can be grateful and I can have appreciation in every moment. So I and we can have our happy today. Happy today, my friends. I will see you at 11 a.m. on One Word Conversations, where the word is why. And see how we unpack that. And if you're on Clubhouse, I'll see you at 5:30 as we look at One Word Conversations as a way to connect deeply. The U card for today is you are complete. Really embrace that for yourself. Complete. We are complete, and at the same time, we are aware that we are unaware of our completeness. But stay on the journey. Stay on the journey to be you. Blessings. Good morning, Melissa. Great to see you.